Hello guys, today I'm gonna tell you the drama Go Ahead. In its starting, we see that how our Li Jian met Ling Xiao as well as Yishu, and then how they all grew up together. When the time passes, their bonding between all of them was increased. At that time, we see that how they enjoyed together, how they enjoyed every moment of their life. When she first time went to school, at that time when the raining was heavily, she took other children's umbrella and ran away with her brothers. At that time, we see that how she put blanket on on his brother when it was cold. At that time, they all were waiting for shooting stars so they will be able to ask for wish. And then we see that how when she got higher marks in her studies, then how she put the label of 50% off at the shop. And then we see then how when the first time she went to school, how she looked like, and how in canteen they all ate together. And then when the star shooted at the sky, how her brother woke her up, and at that time she said that, "Mother, I really remember you. Where are you?" And then we see that how when Ling Xiao came back, how they all enjoyed it together. At that time we see a beautiful bonding of between brother and sister from childhood to younger when they grow up. At that time we see them all having fun. In childhood, we see that Lin Xiao had faced a lot of trumps. He had to face a lot of problems, but then after meeting Li Jianjian, his all problems solved. In its starting, we also see that how when a two bad person was trying to harass Lin Jianjian's friend, how they all showed up, and then we see how when her brother both said that they want to leave. At that time, Li Jianjian got mad. At that time, we see her utterly sad. But before this, we see that how when her brother played basketball, she sat there to wait for her brother. So at that time, we see when Lin Xiao went there for her mother, she hugged her. She hugged him because she loves him a lot as well as remembers him a lot. At that time, we see that when she fell off from the stairs, how his brother Zishu put him into his bag and helped her to carry her to into home. And then when Zishu mother was trying to create troubles for her, at that time how Li Jan helped him to come over. And then we see when in childhood when she grows up, when they all left her, at that time she began to carve wood, and then they all came back, but before this, she cried and even yelled on them. But they both said that now we have to go because Yishu was afraid that his father might create more trouble for them, and Lingsha was afraid that her mother was hospitalized and nobody was there to take care of her, so he had to leave as well. At that time, we see them all leaving, and this is the saddest time of the story. At that time, we see that how Li Jianjian's father was sad at that time, but he didn't. At that time, our Li Jianjian didn't show up. She went to her candy house because she doesn't wanna see them, because she doesn't have the heart to see them going away. But then suddenly they all come back. At that time, we see them all meeting again the same time. At a time, Li Jianjian was nervous that what to say or what to talk. At a time, we see them quarreling, but at a time, Li Jianjian just tried to ignore them. She just wanted to get rid of them because she doesn't want to see them again. But now she has no other option. At a time, we see that at a time we see her quarreling with him. At a time, she said that why do you have to force me, and why don't you go back? At a time, we see that when Zishu was worried and the legend took care of him. She also helped him to again put on his sleepers. But when Zishu came to know that now Li Jianjian wants to get married to Ling Xiao, at that time his heart was broke. But then later on he understood her and told her that you always have to give me more important than Ling Xiao. And then we see the beautiful bonding among sister and brothers again together grew. At that time, we see because Li Jian likes Ling Xiao because he was his neighbor. So then we see also, but after all of this, Li Jianjian took care of Ling Shao as well as Zishu. At a time, we see that how in trouble and whenever Zishu faced any type of trouble, Li Jianjian made her happy. And at the end, we see our father, our Li Jianjian's father, who got married to finally Zishu's mother. And at the end, Zishu finally became his real brother, and she got married to Ling Shao. So now she became her wife. And this is the story. How do you like this story? Please